The floor is yours.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, everybody. Well, my proposal is for the Pool E tools for the deep funding process. Pool E tooling. This project is been funded by Project Catalyst, and what its purpose is to bring some structure to the discussion and documentation around governance in DAOs in general, and specific. I think it can be very beneficial for the deep funding community as well. As the community grows and as more and more lessons are learned, documentation is very important. And if you wish to keep the governance decentralized, so is the documentation process should be. So Consenz is an agreement building platform which allows online discussions in large groups to be productive. And the product of the process is the agreement, a document that is collaboratively being edited by the members, by the participant of the process. So those documents can be the baseline for governance. It can be a process process guidelines that need to be cleared and to be worked on with the community. It can be a code of conduct for some elected representatives. It can be even constitution, and it can be a very detailed process that can be edited and discussed by the communities. So how it works? You have a group page. Here you can see all the groups that I am member of, and you can see the agreement of the groups, the document that has been already been discussed, been in discussion. And later on, there will be also approved agreement that will be in our plan an on-chain component to move agreement from active to approved. It will be by on-chain voting, and each agreement can be categorized. So agreement look like this. In this example, we try to show how an agreement can create how a community can create a regulation around new technologies, and to bring about the different perspective and opinions about the details and the specifics of this document. So this document should set the ground for regulation around time traveling for this demo. And you can see the section, the chapters of the document. You can see the chapters, and each chapter can have a few versions, and each version stands for a vote of its own, and the ones that receive enough support will be considered as approved and will enter into the draft. So the draft is dynamic, is being always changing by the opinions and the activity of the community, because we have an embedded voting system into the editing process. We can do it in a very large scale with big groups, and there is a place for a very specific discussion. It's not like a discussion in social media. Thanks. It's not like discussion in social media that you can very easily get lost on. Here, every comment is attributed to a specific version of a specific section. The versions are competing each other to be the ones that will be part of the document, of the draft, and everyone can also add a new sections, or most importantly, can add a new improvement suggestion for each section. So I can add here a new suggestion and put it into a vote. And if this suggestion will be approved, which represented here by the approval bar, then it will be entered into the draft. And by that, we can create a process that is very scalable, very focused, very detailed, and keep it decentralized. You have a process, a discussion. You know where you are in the discussion, in which chapter, on which section, on which version you're commenting on. So we can divide it into small groups to go into the details of each and implication of each section and each chapter of the document, but eventually the voting is the mechanism that make the decision that set the section into the draft, and by that the draft that it's still dynamic and can still change represent the agreements of the participant while taking into consideration different perspective, different opinion, go in very high resolution to the details of the agreement, and by that we can make sure that this document really represents the spirit of the community, and
Aaron?
it is flexible and can be changed according to the needs of the community. Yeah, I just finished. Thanks.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much for your presentation there, and there probably will be some more time to go over any more afterwards, but let's just keep to the format to start with. I'm going to open the floor for some questions. I guess if you've got a question, just come forward with it. But otherwise, okay, we'll do the hand. Yep. So
sure. If you don't have, if you can't see the screen, you don't use the hands or something. But quick question, Aaron. I saw that it's in a beta. Is it open beta? Can anyone join? Are you accepting people?
Yeah, it's very important. The purpose of the proposal for the deep funding process is to provide the current version to the deep funding community. So as the community grows, as more documentation is needed for the governance of the community, if the deep funding community, if the AJAX holders will see benefit in this tool, I hope it will it will be represented in the vote. And we are asking for just funding for the operational, for moderation, for setting, for servers, for amount of $5,000 for supporting this process for a few months. Did I answer your question, Newman?
Well, no, not exactly. But you're saying that this funding will open up a beta for other people to use.
Yeah, the platform right now it's in a status of an MVP version. We are about this is part of the launch process of the MVP version of Consenz, and we are looking for first for early adapters, for groups that this tool can be beneficial for them, that can support a process of decentralization and effective governance. And I believe that deep funding and the AJAX holders and Singularity Net community can be beneficial from this tool. And now I put it into a vote, and it is for the community to decide if yes or not.
Excellent, thank you.
2 minutes really isn't very long to ask and answer a question, is it? I guess just following on from what the presenter said in the opening, have you made sure that your proposal fits the criteria and everything is in correct order?
I hope so. Yeah, I read the instruction very carefully before submitting the proposal. I also been engaged with the commenters in this way platform. The right question, difficult question, really very thorough investigation. I felt that the commenters of the community put me in the proposal in the Sway platform. So I really hope that I didn't miss anything. I believe that we have the milestone, we have a budget breakdown, everything I hope that is needed for the process.
Okay, fantastic.